Hey YouTube, I'm just going to do a demonstration of a new feature that's in YouTube that I feel is probably pretty relevant to some people who do YouTube broadcasts. The new feature is YouTube video streaming. So you can stream live content and it also records it so that you can post it after the event is over. But you can also invite people to watch the live stream. So in any streaming environment, you're going to have two sides of the equation. The first side is your recording side, where you have some hardware like a camera and a microphone and whatever else kind of hardware you might need. And then on top of that, you'll run some software that takes that video and audio, digitizes it, and streams it. And then on the viewing side, you'll have obviously some hardware like a computer or phone or tablet that's viewing it. And in YouTube's case, the viewing side is pretty simple. Of course, you just go to the YouTube website and go to a link that someone's provided you and you can watch it. So the viewing side's fairly simple, or no different than any other YouTube video. But on the recording side, things can get a little more complicated, but it's not really that bad. So hopefully my experiences will help other people figure out some of the issues they might be having with it, and we can go from there. So here I've logged into YouTube, and on the right you can see my little icon. And by the way, you can join my YouTube channel if you'd like. No big deal. It's boudreauxpaul.com, or sorry, boudreauxpaulcomcast@gmail.net. I had some issues early on with YouTube setting up an account. I ended up having to do that, but anyway, it's my last name, Boudreaux, and then my first name, Paul, Comcast, all one word, at gmail.com. And so once you've got logged into your account, Gmail account, your YouTube account, you can click on your icon, and down here you'll see there's a Creator Studio. A lot of people who've published videos are familiar with Creator Studio under YouTube, and you have your analytics and the videos you've published. But now you'll see on the left hand side there's a live streaming option, and you'll see that this is now in beta. So people who are looking to use this, you're going to have to be a little forgiving with YouTube, because betas are notorious for having bugs. So you're going to have to roll with the flow on that one. So obviously this screen that you're looking at right now is a live viewing of a stream, and right now it's offline, but it's kind of the producer's screen. So you get to see things not really before the other viewers, but it's in conjunction with the titles and the streaming options and stuff like that, whereas viewers won't have these options, but they'll still see the video. So on this screen you get to name your YouTube video stream and give it a description and put it in a category just like any other uploaded video. And down here you have an encoder set up, which could be pretty important for the recording side of it. So keep that in mind. You need these two, and you can hit this reveal and it'll show you the full key name. And then down on the right hand side you also have all these sharing buttons to share it in different social media sites, or you can just copy and paste this link into an email and send it to people, or text message or whatever. So this pretty much, going to the link is pretty much the viewing side of it, and that's fairly simple. But on the other side of it is the recording side, and that can be a little more complicated. But in this case with YouTube, it's not that much more complicated. So on the recording side, you're going to need some kind of hardware. So you'll need something that has a camera and something that has a mic, and most devices have those things. So a camera, your phone, tablets, laptops, desktop computers, almost all of them have those two capabilities. Then on top of that hardware, you're going to need to run some software that will take that information, digitize it, the video and audio information, digitize it, and then send it through to the stream. So YouTube has a list of various software packages you can run. So it lists here, for instance, mobile capture for Android. Now I've tested the mobile capture, and unfortunately it's limited use. So mobile capture is actually a feature that's inside the new YouTube gaming app. So you'll have to go to your Google Play library and download the YouTube gaming app, and then you run that application, and that application looks a lot like YouTube, where you have a little icon here on the top right. When you click on the little icon of your login, it will have a list of options, and one of them I think is called Live Now. And if you click on that, it'll start asking you for information about what you want to stream. And the first thing it does, pops open a little window that gives you a list of all the gaming apps you have installed on your Android. And so you can choose one. At the bottom of the list, though, it says Other Applications, and you can choose that. I've tried it with the camera. Unfortunately, that doesn't work because it won't run YouTube gaming app, mobile capture, and the camera at the same time. The camera will crash, and therefore you're not really able to record anything. But I have tried it with Marvel's Champions application, which is a game, and that did capture, and I have a video of my game in my channel, so you can look at that. It's just me playing a game on my Android. So unfortunately, limited use on the Android side. Now on the Apple and Windows side, there's this thing called AirServe, and AirServer seems to be a little more comprehensive. I kind of looked at it. I don't have an Apple or a Windows phone, but it looks like they're able to use it for video capture just from this little picture. It looks like they're video capturing something on their phone, and it's being streamed to a laptop in this picture. So it looks like this application might be a little more comprehensive. I've seen some pictures here of someone playing, see this one here, of someone playing Pac-Man on their phone, and it's streaming it live to YouTube. So this Windows one, or this Apple one, seems to be a little more comprehensive, and I'll have to get with a friend to get a demo on that one. But for now, that's not included in my demo of this video. So what I'm going to do in this video, since I can't really capture the screen of my phone at the same time as I'm making this video, I'm going to use the third option in that list, which is down here, which is for Windows desktops, laptops, or whatever. I'm a really big supporter of open source software, so I didn't use the XSplit Broadcaster or the XSplit Gamecaster. I used the Open Broadcast software. But essentially all these software packages are meant to be used in the exact same way. They run on top of some hardware that has a camera and a microphone, and they broadcast the digital content from the camera and microphone to a stream. So keep in mind when I'm running the Open Broadcast software that that's only what I'm doing in this case. You know, in other cases you could be using a different setup. So this could be an Apple phone running one of these other packages, or it could be an Android running one of these other packages. But essentially the concepts are the same. So let's go take a look at the here's my screen. So we have our key. I'm going to hit reveal. I'm going to hit copy I mean, and now I'm going to run the software for recording. So when I was setting up this recording software, at first this screen was black, so I was having trouble connecting to my video camera, but I fiddled with the settings here. I think I may have hit activate, deactivate, or something like that, or deactivate, activate, and it came up. I may have played with the resolution, I don't really remember, but I had to change some of these, I think, and kept moving them around until I finally got it to work. Unfortunately, I don't remember exactly everything I changed, but I believe resolution and just clicking and re-clicking this, activate, deactivate, made it work. So once this is running, the first thing you need to do is go into your settings in this application, and under Stream, put in that key that you copied. I'm going to hit show so I can see it, and then Control V to paste it in. And now that you've put that in, everything should be good to go. There are other settings you can mess around with, as you saw. You know, there's output and stream and video. You can fine-tune it if you want, but for a quick start, I think the only thing you need is this key. and just leave everything else as default. Once all that is set up, then you're able to click on the Start Streaming and Start Recording. Now, the recording part of it is, you have to understand, the recording part is talking about recording it locally on this device. So this recording is going to be stored on my laptop, for instance. The one over on the YouTube side, the YouTube server side, it's going to automatically record this on YouTube. So you'll have two recordings, one on the YouTube server and one on here if you hit Start Recording. Now, is that bad? No, it's not bad. You just need to understand that this is going to take up disk space if you hit the Start Recording. Whereas the YouTube one, it's going to take up disk space, but it's going to take disk space up on the YouTube server. So, you know, if you're trying to manage your hard drive, that's something you should know. So I'm just going to hit the I'm going to hit the Start Streaming. But one of the things that we have to look at is the delay. There is a delay between actual video recording from the device and when YouTube actually receives the information. So we'll look at that delay here. I'm going to hit Start, and so now it started. And what I'm going to do is go over here. I'm going to open both of them up so we can see them both. One of the things I noticed that just when I hit Start, it also takes there. See, it just turned green. So now it says that it started, but it still doesn't show anything here. And I noticed that 2 or 3 times when I was testing this. So what I've done to make it work is I've hit the refresh button, and that seems to bring up the video content okay. The last 2 times, there it goes. So that's how you get it going. Now, the thing with the delay that I mentioned is, for instance, you can see that my talking over here on the actual streamer is a little bit delayed over here on the broadcasting side. So to show you how much of a delay that is, I'm going to hold up my hand. So you'll see me hold up my hand over here first, and then it'll show up here, and you'll be able to kind of visually see the delay. So here we are, 1, 2, 3. And so now we're going to watch the screen over here to see when that happens. We're probably into 10 seconds now, almost 20. So there we go. So it takes about 20 seconds, maybe a little more, for it to catch up. So, you know, if you're trying to talk to people and you're expecting them to respond, you may want to give them a few seconds, because there is a bit of delay before they see what you just said. So that's it in a nutshell. I guess just keep in mind that this little application right here that I'm using to record, essentially this could be an Android or an Apple phone, and you could be streaming this right to your YouTube channel. Now, granted, you'll be using a different software, but the features are still the same. Some of the settings might be a little bit different in the different software packages on Apple or whatever, but the concept is still identical concept, just different software. So there you go. Hope this helps, and stay tuned. We're going to try and do a demo on an Apple device, and you'll see a demonstration of me playing a game on the Android. Take care.